Well, welcome in everybody to the Denver Bronco Roundup podcast, brought to you by Rocky Mountain Sports Network, sponsored by the Amazing Trinkets, and we're in here talking about Denver Bronco playoff football. But everybody, let's give it up for those Broncos, man. My name is Keith Brugman. I'm not alone. I've got a good friend right next to me. That's Trevor Rocket Man Salzman. Trevor, playoffs, baby, playoffs.
Yeah, exactly. Playoffs for the first time since 2015, actually, in a dominant fashion, 38-0. I mean, who could have predicted that? Not many people. So Broncos, they dominated on both sides of the ball today. Through all three phases, offense, defense, special teams. Give credit to them. It didn't matter who was on that field today. The Broncos just dominated, and that's something the Broncos fans should be excited for.
Absolutely, Trevor. I came in here. We were just on here, Friday night, breaking down this game. I had nerves. My stomach didn't feel good. I don't think I was the only one in Broncos country that maybe had those feelings. I know it was second string. I knew that we should dominate, maybe not like we did, but dominate. But my goodness, man, it's the Kansas City Chiefs. I was nervous. I was wrong, man. What a way to be wrong from the get, man. This team came out there. They took a hold, and they did not let go.
Yeah, they didn't let go at all, and it was. I mean, from the jump. I mean, the Chiefs didn't feel like they were ever in this game. I feel like it was just their energy was just not there. The Broncos did a great job capitalizing on that, and the Broncos did their job. That's exactly what the Broncos should have done. I mean, this is the Chiefs' backups. I think this does go to show, and hopefully, just NFL fans and total football fans in total, you can appreciate your stars because. Man, the Chiefs didn't look very dominant out there without their stars today, and Denver just did a great job capitalizing on that, and so amazing to see this Broncos team. After a couple weeks of losing tough games coming here, and Denver taking advantage of home field advantage and doing your job and getting another win in the throwbacks.
Yeah, those throwbacks, man. Everyone, you got to love those throwbacks. I'm from the era, so, man, seeing those unis hit the field, man, it just brings me back. It makes me feel good, and it makes me feel really good when they go out there and they put up 38 points, 38-0. I believe this is the only second shutout of the NFL season this year as well, man. They do it in dominating fashion. Everyone will sit there and they'll say, hey, it's backups. Kansas City didn't play their guys, the whole 9 yards. You go out there, you play the game. This was big for Denver. Nerves on the line. Rookies, second youngest roster. They go out there. They find a way to not only get it done, but secure it. Have yourself celebrating in the fourth quarter, not in the final few moments even. This was put away pretty dang early, 24-0 at the half.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's just, I mean, all the outside noise. I think this team did a great job all week preparing for this game. It wasn't just today. I think this team did a great job preparing all week leading up to this game. They knew what they needed to do. And that's why, I said 27-17. And they, outscored my expectations. And so, completely shutting out the Kansas City Chiefs and scoring more points than I thought. So, they just did a great job, of just staying within, and they know what they needed to do to get the job done today and go back to the playoffs for the first time since 2015. They controlled their own destiny, and they did a heck of a job doing that today.
Yeah. What was Sutton's total yards? Did he get his $500,000 bonus? Says Scott. He was one of our first comments in here. Scott, I believe he hit everything, didn't he?
Yeah, I believe he did. I don't have the bonuses and whatnot in front of me.
Well, I'm certainly not the bonuses. They were talking about it in front. He needed 80 some yards. Let's say if he got 90 yards, he got his $500,000 bonus. That was big. just speaking to that, Trevor, though, we watched the game. They started off early with Sutton, and Sutton with that big pass down the field from Bo Nix is part of what got this game really chugging and making big strides to what would end up being a 38-0 blowout.
Yeah, and Sutton did end up getting those bonuses. I think he was 82 yards, as you said. He had 98 today, so he did end up hitting those bonuses, which was huge. Obviously dating back to the offseason when, the Broncos were trying to get Cortland Sutton back. So, I think Cortland Sutton did a great job helping his quarterback out. I think it was just the Broncos' weapons today. Devon Vele was making plays. Marvin Mims was continuing to make plays. I mean, they helped Bo Nix out, and I that's why I'm a little bit more higher on this wide receiver room than many are. I think that there's talent there. Whenever you have your head coach, comparing Devon Vele to one of his more dominant wide receivers from years past with the Saints, Marcus Colston, that's who Sean Payton compared Devon Vele to. So clearly there's something there. And the expectations is there for Devon Vele. So it was good to see him get involved. And, Bo Nix's weapons helped him out today. And can't obviously forget how dominant this defense was. Carson Wentz was not able to get going at all today.
Yeah. And Paul's coming in here, says off to the frozen tundra of Buffalo. Scott's coming back in and reminding us win in the tundra. And then we play KC again. Our good friend Ernie Mays, 10-7-0, playoffs, baby. Go Broncos country only. Bo Nix for 38. Yeah, this was a dominating performance. Ernie Mays always supporting his Broncos in positive fashion. And hey, this is one that you can go out there and you can hang your hat on. Feel really good. Phil McLaughlin coming in saying, hello, Keith and Rocketman, playoffs, baby. First shutout for Andy. Gotta love it. I was like, first a shout out for Andy. No shout outs for Andy, but a shutout. Yeah. First one. I did not know that, man. That's awesome, Phil. Thanks for jumping in here, dropping the knowledge, and also dropping 200 stars, Phil. I'm trying to look off to the side, so if I get a little distracted, thank you very much, man. I appreciate it. We appreciate it over here at the Rocky Mountain Sports Network, Denver Bronco Roundup podcast, man. Keeping the lights on, keeping us chugging down the road, and keeping us around long enough that, Trevor, here we are for the very first time. We're going to be talking playoff football, man. I know a lot of podcasts weren't even podcast when the last time the Broncos were in the playoffs. So, man, we get to talk the playoffs, man. We get to talk to Roy as well. Roy saying, hey there, horseman. It was a train wreck, but we did the wrecking. I think, in my opinion, is the starters were in, we would still have won anyway. Great point, man. Great point. This game obviously would have been a lot more competitive. We're talking Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce and Chris Jones and McDuffie and all these different guys that end up sitting out. But there were guys out there, especially on the wide receiver core, that was out there playing with Carson Wentz. Carson Steele has been in there already throughout the season, getting his touches. It would have been interesting if this game would have came down to starters versus starters. And if we would have came out with that win, we were looking really dang good, Trevor.
Yeah, absolutely. And, we will never know, and no need to find out now. If the Broncos would have beat the Chiefs today, I mean, what the Chiefs starters. So it didn't matter, who was on the field. And that's what I love that quote from Cortland Sutton throughout the week was, I mean, it didn't matter, who was in that white and red uniform and yellow uniform, because, we're going to play. We're going to go out there and try to win a football game regardless of who's playing. So, again, that's why I love the mindset of the Broncos all week long leading up to this game. It takes a special locker room and a strong locker room culture to be able to win in this fashion, no matter who was out there on the field.
Yeah. Went out there, competed our butts off, man. There was some great effort out there. Offense, defense. I mean, the sacks were compiling up and just piling up on this Kansas City team. They couldn't get anything going offensively. The corners looked really good out there. The secondary looked good. We weren't talking about linebackers and missed tackles and bad coverage. Defensively, we played a fantastic game, obviously shutting out this team. It's crazy to be in here, and we're all excited about the 38 points, but this is a shutout too. This is a defense that went out there and took care of business as well. Taking care of business, Miss Pearl Heater. Check out Morgan Trinkets for all your Southwest jewelry, Southwest pottery, and estate gold at wholesale prices. But Morgan Trinkets is on Etsy, Morgan Trinkets Co. That's Morgan Trinkets Co. on Etsy. But Pearl's just coming in and saying, hi, guys, what a game. Young Tyrone's coming in here and saying, let's go Broncos playoffs. Simple as that. Let's go Broncos playoffs, man. It's something that we just haven't been able to, get excited about, talk about. It's fantastic. And Paul's coming in here, says new completion record for Bo. Martin's coming in here and said, what I love, not only did we win, but we made it through healthy. I just wanted to see if there's our good friend Patrick Wiltsey coming in here and saying aloha, boys. Just trying to get caught up. Graham coming in here and saying, let's go. Graham's from the K&K Sports Show. And ladies and gentlemen, he's not the only one that's from the K&K Sports Show. They have a fantastic crew over here, one of which is jumping in, joining us right now, the one, the only, Mr. Kurt Valente. Welcome to the show, Kurt Valente. Anything you got to say, buddy?
I got a couple. I'm going to be quick. I'm not the only one, actually, that's here today live. Since it's Bo Nix, we got Bo Valente with us live, too, tonight.
Oh, look at Bo.
Bo is 1-0 so far as a Bronco. Look, there he goes. He's going to go back by his mommy, but Bo has been a big part of this run. But I didn't know if you guys got my message. I want to be real quick because then you guys do your show, which you guys are the best. Did you get my message of bringing a little drink?
I do. I got mine.
Yeah, got mine.
Okay, so here's what we're going to do. I need 2 minutes. It's been a long 8 years, 9 years, whatever it's been. We've been through Trevor Siemian, Paxton Lynch, Russell Wilson, Teddy Bridgewater's,
Joe Flacco.
Oh my
Case
God.
Keenum?
Brett Rippin, Case Keenum, right? It just goes on and on and on. How about, what's his name? Who was the receiver that we had to go to versus the Saints that time?
Kendall Hinton.
Right? We got it. It's been a long time. And you know what? The Charger games in the past, the 70 points last year's in the past. Last week, Bengals in the past. All our arguing on here about who we're going to draft is in the past. Boys, we are back. We are back to where we have to go. Thank you, Sean Payton. Thank you to the Warner Penners. Please, thank you. Thank you, George Payton. Thank you. Please, Lord, thank you for sending us Bo Nix. Thank you. Thank you for that. You know what? Thank you, Vance Joseph.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
But thank yous until Tuesday till we start getting a game plan for Josh Allen. Then we're going to get back to him. But for tonight, guys, you know what? There's Pearl. How are you, Pearl? Guys, drinks up. Bronco country, drinks up. It's been a long, long amount of years. But you know what, guys? We did it. We're back. And they're saying Sunday at 1. I don't know if you guys have heard that. Is that what you guys are hearing, or
somewhere in the afternoon on Sunday? That's what they're saying.
I'll take it. I'll take it Monday at 6 a.m. if we have to do it. Because,
Yeah,
boys,
love it.
We are in. So to the Broncos, salute. We are back, and I just want to ask you guys one real question, and again, I will get off. I will spend some time with Jen. I don't know what else I'm fired up tonight, but the way he called that game tonight, Sean Payton, do you want that approach in the playoffs, or do you want it to be more of, low scoring and try not to make a mistake? Or you know what, let's just go into Buffalo and, hey, wing it. What do you want to do, Trevor?
Go into Buffalo and be aggressive. I mean, I don't think you have anything to lose. I mean, you're talking about having the league's highest dead cap from the Russ Wilson contract, and then you have a bunch of people that are not expecting you to win that game. I say go all in for it and be aggressive offensively. I like what I've seen from Sean Payton today, being a little bit more creative. Still would love to see him run the football a little more and more effective, but it's okay. I mean, be aggressive in Buffalo. I don't care if it's blizzarding out or if it's a nice sunny day.
What about you, Keith?
Kurt, I'll make it short and sweet, man. They talked about it all week. Sean Payton said, we're going to go out there. We're going to let it all fly. We're going to go out there and try to win the game. You know, this was the unleashing of Bo Nix. He was running the ball again, gentlemen. He was running the ball again like we hadn't seen. You put everything on the table. You try to get every point you possibly can. You go for it on 4th and 1 on your own 38, 39-yard line. Whatever it takes, Kurt, get it done.
Boys, thank you so much for inviting me. I'm so fired up tonight. I don't know what else I'm going to do tonight, but I'm a little wired up. But hey, it's been a long time. You guys are the best, and no more of. I'm so glad of this though, and I always say this as a Knicks fan for years with Kenny and with Jen and all my other Knicks fans. We kept saying, who are we going to get as a point guard? Who are you going to get a point? You know, we never mention it anymore. We never say it, and I think that's how it is now with the quarterback position. For years, it's been, well, you know, we're always waiting on, well, who's coming out for the draft? Who's available? Oh, are they going to cut Kirk Cousins? Are they going to cut this guy? Like now, it's like let's use our draft assets. Like let's build a legit team around this franchise guy and see in the next 4 or 5 years go win a championship with him. It's so much easier for us. It's so I don't know, it's just so refreshing to have that. You know, I was used to, obviously I'm older than you, Trevor. But Keith, hey, growing up, right? We had John Elway. There was never a let's get this guy, let's get that guy. It was just, you know, who are we going to get around him? Then the same thing with Peyton Manning. Let's build it with Peyton Manning. You know, when you don't have that quarterback, it's so frustrating and it's so hard to like say, you know, to get him. You know, like once you have him, everything else should be, I'm not going to say it's easy, but it's a lot easier than trying to find him, if that makes any sense.
Absolutely, Kurt. Absolutely. Before I let you go, are we going to be blessed enough to have a Let's Talk Broncos this Wednesday on the K&K Sports Show?
Absolutely. 100%. We are in. I cannot wait to do it. And 10 o'clock Eastern, we'll be doing our K&K 8 o'clock Eastern. And then 10 o'clock Eastern, I'll be raring to go.
We'll be there, at least in the comments, man, because everyone's got to check out Let's Talk Broncos K&K Sports Show. Thank you so much, Kurt, for jumping in here, being a part of the show, man. Playoffs, baby. Playoffs.
Go Broncos, baby. Thank you, guys. You're the best.
Thank you,
Another
Kurt.
little toast to you, sir. Thank you very much. Let's go, guys. Always good when we get Kurt Valente in here, man, talking some Broncos. He's great. He's on Let's Talk Broncos Wednesday night. Like he said, you got to check him out, 8 o'clock Mountain Time as well. But I gotta address this right off the bat. I've been holding off in the background. Michael Ronquillo coming in. This is an OG, man, and winner of the Patrick Surtain 2 signed jersey on his way through the USPS mail service. So coming in and saying, good evening, Keith and Trevor, and the Broncos making the 2024 playoffs, 2025 playoffs, NFL playoffs, I guess it is now, like sweet white chocolate cake with orange and blue colored hearts of the Denver Broncos. Go Broncos, orange and blue heart himself, and a big old mile-high salute, capping us off with 1,000 stars. Mr. Michael Ronquillo coming in here. He's excited about the playoffs. We're excited about you coming in here and taking care of us. Thank you so much, Michael, man. We are excited to be talking some playoff football beyond today, Trevor. Beyond today. I can't believe it, man. It's here, man. We're talking Saturday, Sunday. I don't care. Like Kurt said, it could be Monday at 5 o'clock in the morning. I'd be up there watching some Broncos football, man. We're in the playoffs.
Yeah, it doesn't matter what day it is, and same thing for the Broncos. And again, this is why I say, though, you have many people out there that are, you know, skeptics of the Broncos, and they don't expect them to win. That's why I say, Sean Payton, just let it go. This team, just let it go. Broncos, let it go. It don't matter. Nobody's expecting you to win this game, and nobody expected you to get to this point. You know, keep continuing to prove the doubters wrong. That's what you need to continue to do and focus on that. It's important for that locker room to continue to celebrate this tonight, celebrate this victory. It's huge for Broncos history, but be ready to play in Buffalo, and let's continue this train and keep moving this ship forward. Who knows when the ship will stop this season? It doesn't matter. You leave it all on the line because there's no guarantee from year to year what your team's going to be able to do.
Move the ship forward with a P everybody.
Ship.
We'll go ahead and we'll get the sails up and move the ship forward. Yeah, but yeah, we need to move the ship forward and get some wins in the playoffs. That's the next goal, man. Jody Moncrief, the judge, one of the horsemen himself, coming in here, just reminding us 20 TDs as a rookie. Incredible, gentlemen. Incredible, boys and girls. That's fantastic. Dan's coming in here. The Denver Broncos are in the playoffs. Oh, yeah. Great game. Amazing feeling. Yeah, Pearl's coming in here. Yeah, he turned Bo loose. Everyone's just celebrating. That's what it comes down to. In fact, the fourth horseman coming in right now. Wow. Just wow, says Albert Mile High Dutchy. We're all excited. We're excited for what we're going to be doing, breaking down playoff games. You know, Trevor, it's like I think it was Bo Nix that said it. They had 3 games to win one, and then they have 3 games to win after that to get to where they want to be. Then they got 3 games. We go ahead and we win against Buffalo. We're on to Kansas City. We win versus Kansas City. We're in that game that we really want to be in at that point, right? On to the opportunities, man. And anything is possible. Anything is possible. We see it year after year. I know statistics say X, Y, and Z, but every year there's somebody that surprises somebody, man. I cannot wait. Cannot wait for these upcoming episodes, Trevor.
Yeah, I mean, like I say, what do you have to lose? You have nothing to lose. Lay it all on the line. The expectations weren't even this high this season, and you keep proving people wrong, and keep chugging away into the playoffs. And you never know. It's playoff football. Anything can happen on any given game.
Yeah. Jody, the judge coming in here, and I think this is big too. When you talk about guys like Cortland Sutton, when you talk about guys like Garrett Bowles, who have lived through the heartache, who have been at the bottom, you're just hoping the Denver Broncos aren't sitting at the bottom of the AFC West some years, with their careers. It's been tough. It's been rough. I remember there was that interview last year with Garrett Bowles, and he was so emotional in the locker room, man, about just, it sucks. I'm done losing. Hats off to Garrett Bowles. Hey, hats off to Garrett Bowles also getting that contract, being a Denver guy, coming back to Denver when he probably could have got a little bit more money. This is where he wanted to be. This is how he wanted to do it. He's going to go out there and be able to get redemption. Cortland Sutton is another guy that's going to be able to go out there and get some redemption. They're in the playoffs, man. That's big.
Yeah, I think it's big, and these guys have stuck it out up to this point. These guys could have easily given up on the Broncos organization and just won it out. Players won out all the time. Players asked for trades all the time, and these guys, stuck by the Broncos side through coach after coach after coach, through different quarterbacks. And for these guys to get rewarded by staying with this organization for this long, hats off to them and tip of the cap, and go out there and continue to impress. That's all I got to say.
Yeah, absolutely. This defense, says Dan, PS2 Defensive Player of the Year. This Bronco. We've been waiting for this, Trevor. I was really worried. Like I said, I didn't want the scenario to play out to where we backed into the playoffs, losing all 3 games. I was really concerned leading up to this game, the way that we kind of were losing games, especially on the defensive side of things, not being able to really shut it down, get things done. Then all of a sudden we get this game. We'll talk about it more come Tuesday, but this, for me, we'll go back to the ship, a wind in the sails type of wind for this team, a wind in the sails type of win for this team, to really start to feel good about yourself on both sides of the ball.
Yeah, I mean, everything that the defense has gone through this season and the past couple games, giving up the amount of points they have, given up the amount of yards that they have given up. Now, to be it, those were 2 playoff teams, and they had their starters are out there, but it didn't matter in this game. The defense was bound and determined to, shut down Kansas City, whoever's on the field. It didn't matter. So, hats off to Vance Joseph, hats off to Sean Payton. I think all 3 sides of the field look really well today, offense, defense, and special teams. So that's what you need to win football games in the NFL. A complete game too. That's the thing about it. This team has been kind of inconsistent at times. And they, no matter who was on the field, again, Chiefs backups or not, I don't care. They were still able to play a complete football game, a complete 4 quarters. And that was very important to getting a victory today.
Yeah, absolutely, man. No major injuries. It says Michael Ronquillo, which is great. Nix, sack, Benito off the chains. Between Nix and Nick Benito, yeah, fantastic. Cortland Sutton was all gas. Oh yeah. You guys, this is a game that you got to be excited about. One of the things that we're going to have to do, we're going to have to go back and we're going to have to try to break this one down and really take a look at it. See what gems we can pull out of this game versus the Chiefs that might be able to be utilized versus the Buffalo Bills, man. It's going to be a different game. It's going to be a different environment. It's going to be a crazy environment, especially for all us Broncos country, all us Broncos fans that, I have been waiting for this playoff win. But we're going to have to go in. We're going to have to look at that tape, Trevor, because we come live every Tuesday, every Friday. That Tuesday is the breakdown game. We're going to go ahead and break down the Chiefs game that Friday. We're going to be looking ahead to the Buffalo Bills and that matchup, man. But we go live every Tuesday, every Friday, 7:30 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. You never want to miss an episode. And, we're getting into that time of year where you never know. We might be going live with a unique episode outside of the regular schedule. So we got to wrap up, man. We got to get out of here, man. I know it's exciting. It's a win. I can't wait to talk more about it on Tuesday. There were standouts from Bo Nix to McLaughlin to Marvin Mims to Cortland Sutton getting his touches to on the other side of the ball as well. Like we said, for anywhere from Nick Benito to Jonathan Cooper to John Franklin Myers to PS2, there'll be lots and lots and lots to talk about come Tuesday, man.
Yeah, absolutely. And I want to give a shout out to Cortland Sutton as well, being that he reached 1,000 yards this season. Hasn't done that since 2019. So big shout out to Cortland Sutton there. That's huge for him and where, he's wanting to come back this year to Denver. And it's huge for him going forward, with his contract situation and whatnot. He deserves to get paid too. Got a nice, couple guys got some nice incentives today as well. So that was pretty huge for those guys. And complete congratulations to the fans, to Broncos country. Congratulations to the players, the coaches. This is what you work for every single Sunday, every single day leading up to the season. And just amazing. It's amazing this team made the playoffs, proved all the doubters wrong. But just everybody should be excited and be happy. Soak this one in, because this doesn't always happen and you never know what's going to happen on any given year. So we soak this one in. And then, after you soak this one in, get ready for Buffalo and hoping this Broncos team can continue to have success going into the playoffs.
Yeah, man. Celebrate. Whether you're Broncos country, celebrate this week, man. We're talking about a playoff team, a team that was ranked to be one of the worst in the league, one of the worst rosters, probably have one of the worst records in the league, be talking about picking in the top 10. Now we're in the playoffs. Now we're showing everybody up. Now we got something to talk about. Now we're back. Trevor, we're back. That's what it's really talking about. You can hold your head up in pride, walk around, being a Broncos fan. We got into the playoffs. We're a playoff caliber team. We've got a quarterback that's looking good, even though we're getting comments that maybe he shouldn't be the leading rusher for this particular team. Might end up being for the rest of this season. We'll see what happens in the offseason beyond that. But thank you. Thank you all. Thank you to Phil McLaughlin and Michael Ronquillo that came in here with, dropping stars and helping out the show. Thank you for everyone that came in here and, dropping comments, is excited about this team, is excited about the Denver Bronco Roundup podcast, and comes in here and supports our show, man. I'll tell you what, you guys are amazing. I know there's lots of options. You guys come back to us. We come back trying to give you quality podcasts every single time we go live. We appreciate it a ton. Can't wait to give you back here on Tuesday, man. But we got to get out of here, Trevor. So with that, man, I'm going to get out of here the way we always do, man. Make sure you keep those boots in the stirrups, guns in the holsters, and the Denver Bronco, the playoff Denver Broncos in your hearts. Until next time, everybody, we got to get out of here. Have a great night. Thank you so much. And I'm going to try to get to the right thing. All right, everybody. See ya. Have a great one. See you on Tuesday. Thanks.